Tonight, right here at 5 o'clock, we begin with stunning video just released from LMPD. The body camera footage shows an officer shot during a traffic stop earlier this month. Another officer runs to him, drags him away, puts a temporary patch on that gunshot wound, and then desperately calls for help. But first, more on what happened that night. The incident happened overnight on September 7th. LMPD says Officer Brandon Haley was conducting a traffic stop in the Chickasaw neighborhood when shots were fired from a nearby home and the officer was hit. Police made that video public just hours ago. Well, WHAS11's Taylor Woods and photojournalist Alyssa Newton were at the press conference. They saw the body footage there with police. Taylor, before you tell us more about the video, can you give us an update on the officer tonight?
Jay, LMPD Chief Gwen Villarreal says Officer Brandon Haley is still recovering at University Hospital. He is no longer in critical condition and his health is improving. But first, I do want to warn you, this body camera footage is graphic and hard to watch. Now, body camera footage shows Officer Brandon Haley arriving at 38th and Kentucky. Almost immediately as he gets out of his car, he's targeted with several gunshots from a nearby home. Moments later, Officer Haley radios that he's been shot. Officer Colin Bellato arrives immediately and drags Officer Haley away in the grass on his knees while both are being shot at. Once they're safe behind a bush, Bellato applies 2 chest conceals to Officer Haley and calls for more backup. Haley then gets loaded into the back of an LMPD car and rushed to the hospital. LMPD Deputy Chief Paul Humphrey says the department is proud of their officers for their bravery and strength, despite the dangers surrounding them and their colleagues.
This is 2:30 in the morning, and Officer Haley is out here doing police work. That's absolutely what we need, and that's what we expect of our officers to protect this community, whether it's 2:30 in the morning or 2:30 in the afternoon. We want officers who are going out here and trying to take bad people and illegal guns off the street. We have to have that in order to keep this community safe. It's our duty and it's the oath that we take.
And Officer Colin Bellato remains on administrative leave. 5 suspects are in custody and remain persons of interest. Mayor Craig Greenberg is calling on the public's help. If anyone knows any information about this shooting that happened on September 7th, anonymous tips can be made at 574 LMPD. Reporting live in Louisville, Taylor Woods, WHAS 11 on your side.
All right, Taylor, thank you for that update. More news right here at 5 o'clock. A Louisville man accused of a domestic violence murder pleaded not guilty to his charges this morning. Police say Jalen Forrest was found with the victim inside a home in the St. Denis neighborhood on Monday. Police said someone had called 911 to report an assault on Broadleaf Drive. An autopsy found the victim was beaten and strangled. Jalen Forrest is now behind bars on a $500,000 bond. And we do want to give you a major update in a case we have been following for months. Kentucky State Police have arrested 2 people in connection to the death of 35-year-old Christiana Walker. Walker was found dead after a house fire in Spencer County on May 29th. Police say Cincinnati native 22-year-old Kimberly Walton and 39-year-old Edith Weedy are now charged with her murder. Alexis Jones has been talking to people who know her well. And Alexis, how are they feeling about this?
Well, Shay, many of them feel validated today. For the past 4 months, Walker's community believed the deadly fire on Chapman Road was intentionally started and said her husband, Edith Weedy, was to blame.
Seemed like he had a motive for the longest.
A common reaction after months of searching for answers. Ron Cox shares a son with Christiana Walker. Since May, he says he's worked to clear his name while Walker's husband, Edith Weedy, walked free.
It was been in my heart for the longest. Yeah, he did it. Because I know my son, he did nothing like that.
According to state police, detectives received the warrants after the coroner determined Christiana Walker's death was a homicide. On Monday, they arrested Weedy and Kimberly Walton in connection to the murder in Cincinnati. Detectives say a child was in Wedy's custody at the time of his arrest. Cox says that's his 8-year-old son, Christian, who Wedi took after Walker's body was found in the house fire.
I want to see my son. I ain't seen him in a long time, so.
We just want him back. We miss Christian, and, you know, he has a big family, and we love him, and we just want him back home.
Christian is currently in the care of the state of Ohio. Cox says he and his mother are working to bring him home. And the manner of Walker's death and how the fire was started are still unclear. Loved ones are praying police release more answers very soon. In the studio, Alexis Jones, WHAS11 on your side.
All right, Alexis, thanks for that update. This just in, tonight here at 5, we are learning new details about a fight at Butler High School. School officials tell us a few students started fighting during the lunch period. During that fight, one of those students sprayed pepper spray into the crowd that had gathered right there around them. EMS treated several students, 2 staff members, all for irritation in their eyes and their throats. Students involved in the fight are being disciplined, according to JCPS. The district tells us JCPS police are investigating to determine who released that pepper spray. A new initiative is revitalizing downtown areas in an attempt to get people working downtown to spend more time downtown. It's called City Spots, and the first one is now available at 5th and Jefferson. The project is working on what they call underutilized space, and it is bringing in new patio furniture and painted pavement to make it community friendly.
I think it's just yet another sign that downtown is coming back stronger than ever. We want people to be able to come downtown for all sorts of reasons, including just to have meetings or to enjoy themselves.
Metro Louisville is currently looking for new sites to add City Spots. The mayor says if you're interested or you have a property available, they will be giving out more information on how you can join in shortly. A well-known and well-loved building in New Lou might be given a second life as a hotel. Plans for the Joe Lee building on East Market were discussed today by a New Lou committee. So this is what the building looks like right now. Take a look. The historic building was built in the 1800s and it housed Joe Lee antiques for 50 years. And now people say that this is what they hope the building will look like when it's done. But to get there, they would have to demolish the building that sits next door. The developers want to renovate the old building and add a 7-story hotel to the property, along with pools and a plaza space.
I like to refer to our hotels sometimes as the new Grand Dames, that ability to plant their flag in the market like the Brown did many, many moons ago, but say, hey, in 30, 40 years, my grandkids will work in this hotel and they'll be as relevant then as they are today.
The committee was not sold on some of the amenities and recommended some drastic changes to the pool design. The committee also wants the design team to incorporate the large Joe Lee sign in their rendering somehow, saying it carries on the history of the public art on the site. Well, now the firm working on the project is going to adjust with some of their suggestions and then present a finished plan to the board. Taking a look outside right now, blue skies, sunshine, it feels great. Ben, we just keep talking about the nice weather, and that's a good problem to have.
I've run out of words to describe this just nice weather. We'll just call it nice. It's mostly sunny out there. The humidity staying nice and low for us as well, Shay. Humidity all the way down to around 30%. And our temperatures right now a little bit warmer, 84 degrees, a little warmer than our last couple of days, and a few above our normal high of 81 for this time of the year. Right now, over the other metro spots, about 84, 85 in most locations. Prospect just a touch cooler, 81 also in LaGrange, right at 80 degrees for Corydon and over the river into Brandenburg and Elizabethtown, 79. Notice some sprinkles, some light rain showers out to our west. The bulk of that will stay west of us, but there's a slight chance we might sneak in a couple raindrops around Du Bois County, maybe Perry County during the overnight early tomorrow morning. So this is around 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Most areas dry. Again, maybe a couple of light rain showers around Tell City and Jasper, but that's about it. Tomorrow, a lot like today, a mix of some clouds, sunshine, and temperatures will top out in the upper 70s to the lower to mid 80s in the city. Another nice night for a ball game. We're running out of games as the season is coming to an end soon. 81 degrees for that first pitch at 6:35 at Slugger Field. Mostly cloudy tonight. Low temperature at 63 degrees. We'll be well into the 70s at lunchtime tomorrow with maybe that sprinkle out to the west, and partly cloudy again tomorrow afternoon with that high of 84 degrees. I'll show you a bigger rain chance eventually coming up in the 7-day forecast in a few minutes. Shay.
Okay, Ben, thank you. Now at 5, the story of a Bullitt County paramedic's remarkable journey after spending months in the hospital fighting for his life. 61-year-old Gary Lyons was critically injured during an EMS run in June, and today he marked a major milestone on the road to recovery. Connor Steffen was there to document it all.
But it's been a miracle watching him get better.
Inside Fraser Rehab, a moment months in the making. one many thought would never come.
I mean, I hate to say, I don't want to say we wrote him off, but it did not look good at all.
Bullitt County paramedic Gary Lyons' face says it all, more than words ever could, underscoring progress after unthinkable tragedy.
East Chestnut in Brook Street, the intersection that changed Lyons' life forever a few months back when he was out on an EMS run.
A semi-truck crashed into his ambulance, the impact launching him from the vehicle onto the pavement.
Well, Mr. Lyons' injuries were horrific. He had multiple fractures, a severe brain injury, but the fortunate thing is that he's making a great recovery.
His recovery, as his family puts it, is nothing short of a miracle.
Just seeing that change, that transition from day one to today, it's just mind-blowing.
Eric Kerr remembers the moment he knew his father-in-law would be okay.
I mean, it wasn't long after he came here to Fraser that my wife had said something to him, and his response was just classic Gary.
For the family, through pain comes perspective.
You don't know what tomorrow brings. Tell your friends, your family, you love them. You know, this could have ended a totally different way. And you just don't know what's going to happen from day to day.
Lyons' day-to-day will look different than it did before the accident, at least for now.
And he's going to get to a point over the next few weeks and months where he's much more independent. So this is nothing short of a miracle.
Undoubtedly a huge milestone for the paramedic who's used to caring for others. But now, in his time of need, sees the surrounding community return the favor.
And once we are able to accomplish those goals, they move back into the community, and it's that family and community support that really takes them to the next level of independence.
In Louisville, Connor Steffen, WHAS11 on your side.
Well, the doctor taking care of Mr. Lyons there tells us when he entered Fraser Rehab, he couldn't talk, he couldn't eat, he couldn't care for himself at all. Fast forward to today, he does need very little assistance and is on his way to being fully independent again. We love to hear that. Tonight, Kentucky's gubernatorial candidates are facing off in a forum discussing key issues ahead of the November election. Incumbent Andy Beshear and Attorney General Daniel Cameron are now going head-to-head. This is the first time since the primary that they will be on the same stage discussing how they'd approach issues in the state. The forum will be hosted by the Kentucky Chamber. It starts tonight at 6:30. And we do have a crew from the WHAS11 night team there bringing you coverage from that forum. You can see Isaiah Kim Martinez in his report tonight at 11.